The buffalo mozzarella is a product that best represents the made in Italy distributed worldwide. Although its roots come from a long time ago, its flavor has always been so excellent that buffalo mozzarella quickly conquered a place in the menus of both Italian and international cuisine. Also today, the buffalo mozzarella keeps the same traditional production techniques that have been transmitted through generations of their men. Such production techniques were awarded the prestigious European brand PDO, that means Protected Denomination of Origin, that offers strict guarantees regarding the quality and the conformity to production disciplinary. The Consortium for the Safeguard of the Buffalo Mozzarella from Campania was born in 1981 in order to preserve such important food for Campania, amongst the many kinds of mozzarella present in Italian and international markets. The duty of the Consortium is to encourage any action looking at preserving the peculiar characteristics of the mozzarella, the usage of the PDO brand, and the constant improvement of the production techniques. Furthermore, the aim of the Consortium is to check that the products sold in shops are fulfilling the requirements needed. A critical role is played by the milk, that is the main ingredient made by the Mediterranean Italian buffalo. The physical and organoleptic properties of the buffalo mozzarella are determined not only by the many genetic and physiological factors of the animals, but also by the climatic and environmental factors other than the animal food. Then is clearly why no one was able to replicate the peculiar flavor of the buffalo mozzarella from Campania PDO, even by using milk from buffalo reared in other Italian regions and abroad. Together with Consortium of the Safeguard, the ANASP, which means National Association of Buffalo Species Breeders, has a vital role to preserve the buffalo breed that was guaranteed the recognition of Mediterranean breed of buffalo by a special law bill. Such recognition was an important goal reached through the long isolation and the lack of mixing between buffaloes belonging to different groups brought up in different countries in the world.
One of the most important activities of the Italian Buffalo Breeders Association is the Parental DNA Test, by which it is possible to determine the parentage of the offspring. The purpose of this activity is to guarantee that the paternity and the maternity of the buffalo are correct. The ANASP has always put its efforts on investigating the paternity of AI bulls and sons of bulls' mother. DNA testing is performed from the buffalo hair by comparing the sequences of the microsatellites between the possible parent and offspring to be tested. The parent is excluded if 2 of the 15 microsatellites in a sequence are not the same. A standard parental test guarantees at least 99% probability of paternity for inclusions. To help this activity, the farmer should collect and preserve in the farm the hairs from their buffalo, what is usually called the hair's bank. In this way, the farmer will be able to perform a parental DNA test for any buffalo in his farm, such as the son of the best buffalo. Knowing the paternity and the maternity of buffalo through the DNA test, it's very important for obtaining accurate genetic evaluation of the Italian buffalo breed for production and type traits. In the last 10 years of activity, about 10% of the Italian buffalo population has been tested for paternity. This is a very important result obtained by the ANASP work for increasing the accuracy of the genetic selection.
Buffaloes in Italy are numerous. However, Campania is the region with the largest density, with nearly 80% of the total number of buffalo. These animals have been studied, registered, and all their characteristics have been analyzed. The morphological analysis was nearly become an identity card of the buffaloes for milk production. Such analysis considers that the selection of the buffalo species aims to yield animals with good size and weight, healthy and with good morphology, with fast growth and reproduction, prolific and longevity, with aptitude for milk production and particularly of good quality, measured by the percentage of protein and fat. In the selection strategy of the Mediterranean Italian buffalo was a detailed new morphological evaluation determined largely by the dimension and shape of the mammary apparatus.
The Mediterranean Italian buffalo breed in Italy has been recognized as a breed in the 2000. Italian buffalo are enrolled to the herd book of the Italian Buffalo Breeders Association. The shape of the horns is the most distinctive characteristic of the breed. The horns are black, about 50 cm long, turned backward and sideward. The base of the horns is oval in the females and triangular in the males. The horns have deep furrows along their entire length. The morphological evaluation of the Mediterranean Italian buffalo breed is an important tool for selection. Morphological data are collected by trained evaluators from Italian buffalo enrolled to the Italian Buffalo Herd Book. Data collection consists of two parts. First of all, buffalo are scored for composite traits, such as structure, final score, mammary apparatus, milking capability, legs and feet. Then, they are scored for linear measures, such as stature and chest height. Collecting and utilizing information on type traits is helpful for breeders to select profitable and functional buffalo and to avoid involuntary culling. For this reason, much emphasis is put on the traits such as structure, legs and feet, milking capability and mammary apparatus. The most important linear trait to be considered for the mammary apparatus are the udder volumes, such as rear udder height and front udder length, teeth length, teeth direction and teeth position. Teeth quality is very important for the buffalo milking capability.
The main aim of the buffalo selection is to obtain buffalo that produce a larger amount of mozzarella and therefore a milk with high yield. Selection means to choose the animals to use as parent of future generation with a genetic value higher than the mean of the reference population, resulting in breed with higher genetic value and production mean than that of the starting population. Finally, the bull and its semen are important, fundamental and irreplaceable. Then the instrumental insemination, thanks to a new Italian technology, is the very next step. Since 2000, the ANAS and the CEPAP, in collaboration with some other bull centers, started a selection program about Mediterranean Italian buffalo, giving a lot of significant results. The instrumental insemination is the most economic and efficient way to encourage the genetic improvement of a breed. Since the ANAS started to work independently in genetic improvement of Mediterranean Italian buffalo, and especially for the promotion of the instrumental insemination, in 2001, for the first time, was organized the cycle of Progeny Tests, choosing the young bull among the best sons of bull mothers. Just through 3 cycles of Progeny Tests were tested 20 young bulls, and 11 of these were proved as positive for the most important index of breed selection, PKM. That means production in kilograms of mozzarella. Since 2010, is produced sexed semen, from which it's possible to obtain excellent results also in terms of optimization of the management both of the herd and of the best productive subject. In order to preserve these good results, it's necessary that the genetic variability of male must be constant, and that it's possible through the use of a growing number of tested bulls to improve the breed. A big number of Italian and foreign breeders are interested in sex-seed semen. The best male bred in farms member of genealogic book and chosen by the ENASP Central Technical Committee are sent periodically to bull centers, where they have a compulsory quarantine in order to identify and stop any communicable disease to offspring and to protect the entire population. After the quarantine period, each bull starts training 2 months, and in this stage starts also the collection of seminal material, which will be subject to a series of quality checks. The semen collection is made by artificial vaginas, and then this is put in some fields called paillettes, unequivocally identified and frozen for their subsequent use. The production and morphological indexes have a main role in the selection because those will determine the choice of the male and female buffaloes and breed strategies. The correct index system is also vital to distinguish the genetic component from the environmental one in order to make a list of the animals following their genetic value.
The model utilized for the genetic evaluation for production and type traits of Italian buffalo is the BLAP animal model. All the genealogic and productive information of buffalo enrolled to the Italian Buffalo Herd Book are included in the model. The model adjusts for environmental factors such as the contemporary group effect, herd season and year of calving. Other environmental factors are age, parity, and distance between calving and conception. The Italian Buffalo Association published 2 times a year genetic index for production and type traits. Type traits included in the genetic evaluation are final score, structure, mammary apparatus, height, rear udder height. Type traits are published for proven bulls if the accuracies of the index are all greater or equal to 85%. ENASP also helps farmers to choose the best bulls to be parents of the next generation through the breeding programs. Breeding programs are setting up by 2 steps. First of all, the Office of Study and Research at ENASP make a list of the bulls that can be utilized in that farm by using the information available in the ENASP database. Then, a trained evaluator go to the farm and together with the farmers find the breeding programs that suits the best the farmer's needs.
The aim of the constant and detailed work described here is to protect the buffalo mozzarella from Campania and the other cheeses produced with the milk of such precious and majestic animals, other than to avoid misunderstanding about the food quality that is so highly considered by the whole system. Mozzarella is not the only product made with Mediterranean Italian buffalo milk. Such milk is used to produce cheeses, butter, and ricotta, and also sweet pastries with strong flavor, ice creams, and yogurt sold in Italy and abroad. Buffalo meat has been proved also by university researchers on food science to be good, red, tender and juicy, with low fat compared to high protein content and a high percentage of iron. Such meat is ideal for everyone and above all for children, elderly, sport and with heart disease people, because it is easy to digest and has low amount of cholesterol. Finally, let's remember that the buffalo plays a role in fashion and accessories. Buffalo leather is fantastic for bags, belts, wallets, and also, following the tradition, pen holder that looks like the traditional ricotta container, basket with the style of eggs container, and magazine rack that look like saddle horse.